I hate it here.
Wait, you're not recording, right?
I am.
Dang it. I thought you were waiting!
No!
I thought you were waiting! No!
TEF Talks is off to a great start.
Greetings. Hi. This is TEF Talk with Kat Ava. Kat and Ava. Also, we're kind of new at this, so we're gonna sound really weird. Be nice.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, better known as TEF,
I'm Kat.
And I'm Ava.
and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of TEF Talks! Woo!
We're really excited to be back. It's been a long time, but we're finally back. I realized this is the first time you can see all of our faces.
I hope they're not disappointed.
Someone want to explain what we're doing today?
Steph, you should explain.
Okay, I guess I'll explain. So, it's October. You know what's in October? Halloween. We all love Halloween. And with Halloween comes Halloween costumes, 'cause that's the point of the holiday, you know what I mean? So, we decided to make a tier list and categorize some of the costumes you see. So, we picked out like 15 costumes, and we're going to put them in like a tier list. And I so generously took the time out of my day and made this tier list and edited these photos.
Such a brave soul. I'll start screaming.
I know. Yeah. Take it away, Cattroopia.
All right, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. So we have our 4 categories. We have show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, never seen before. And we have that meme of Lady Gaga, because that's where
it's from.
Next one is oldie but a goodie. It might be kind of basic, but it's classic. You can't go wrong with it. Third category, we have basic, but we'll let it slide. So, it's been done so many times, but it's fine. I guess we'll let it slide. And then lastly, we have never want to see it again. Boo, horrible, hate.
Yeah.
So now I guess we'll go through all of our costumes that we have.
This looks a little serial killer-ish with like the circles over the people's faces. I do realize that, but we don't want to get sued or anything, so we had to edit people's faces out.
So we have frat boys, we have devil and angel, we have, what is the third one, Steph?
Those are witches. They're supposed to be like, vampires. These
are vampires. Then we have space cowboys, lifeguards, cheerleaders, football players, I don't know, what is this?
Those are the nerd costumes.
Nerds, boxers, sun and moon, hippie, Harley Quinn, the plastics, witches, and then finally we have the Purge costumes with the glowy masks. All right.
So let's start right up at the top with frat boys, right?
Yeah. Personally, I don't like them.
I don't like them.
Me neither.
I really don't like them. I think that if you're going to a middle school Halloween party, I think it's good, but other than that, I really don't like them.
It's true. It's
boring. It's been done a million times. However, it doesn't make me want to throw up. So I think this is a basic, but we'll let it slide. I'm not going to kick you out of my house if you show up wearing this, but it's not good.
Okay. I think it's a third tier.
Yeah, I think it's a we'll let it slide. Basic, but let it slide.
All right. So, first costume, frat boys.
Woo!
Now, next we have devil and angel. I think that I really like this one. It's basic, but I think it's good.
It's a good concept.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't go wrong with this. You and your best friend.
But it has to be done right. Like, you can't wear, like, I don't even know. Like, you can't just show up in, like, red sweatpants and be like, oh, I'm a devil. Like, no. If you're going to do it, you got to commit to it.
Yeah. The execution makes it good.
I think it's easy to do this wrong. I also think it's possible to do it right. So for that reason, I think that this should also go in basic, but we'll let it slide. Everybody in their life at one point is either an angel or a devil for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a rite of passage.
Yeah.
I think I might want to put it in oldie but goodie. Any objections, or should it go in third tier?
If it's for me, up to me alone, I would put it in the third tier.
What do you think, Steph? Tiebreaker.
I'm kind of thinking oldie but a goodie
Okay.
because it's an oldie but it's a goodie,
All
to
right.
put it simply. But I agree with Ava.
Fallen Angel is better than Frat Boy.
I think it's better than Frat.
I think it's better than Frat Boy.
I'll accept that.
Okay, period.
Moving on, we have vampires.
Oldie but goodie. Absolutely.
Classic. I
vampire
love this costume.
Is so classic, so beautiful, so elegant, so simple.
Yep. I agree.
When this is done right, I think you look amazing. You cannot go wrong with this.
It's really just like it's a crowd pleaser. It is a crowd pleaser.
And that being said, you can do this wrong and it'll look bad, but it's so simple, so beautiful. It's an oldie but a goodie. That's really what it is at the end.
I agree.
Yep, agreed.
Moving on. Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Okay.
I don't know.
This one, I gotta admit, it's cute. It's cute. It definitely is. Don't get me wrong. But it's definitely not god awfully. I want to vomit, but it's also not like good.
Here's my opinion. I think that if less people did it, it would be top tier. But it's been overdone. It's been drawn out a lot.
Yeah. The thing is, now it is such a basic costume that it's so easy to do it wrong now because so many people have done it before.
You're right.
And I think it's better than like if you show up to like a party with this costume, like it's better than like something that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like that person looks basic, but like it's not great.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's basic, but we'll let it slide.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you walk into a party dressed up as a space cowboy, you're guaranteed to like meet someone at the party that has the exact same costume.
I agree.
I see that. But it's not that I have a problem with. It's just the fact that it's just not as so many people do it and it's not reliable. Like it's not
unique.
Like the vampire is reliable. No matter who does it, it's always gonna look good.
Yeah, it's not unique anymore. Like it lost its I feel like as more people wore it, the less like unique and interesting it got. You're just like, okay, I've seen like 17 people dress as this and it's kind of bad.
All right.
Exactly. Could not have said it better.
Thanks.
Next one we have lifeguards. I'm not feeling it. I really don't. I don't know.
No, I don't like this.
I think it's corny. I think it's really corny. I think it's overdone. I never really saw the hype to begin with.
Yeah, agreed.
This just has none of the qualities that I think make a good Halloween costume. It's not unique. It's not extravagant. It's not funny. It's not scary. It's not special. You're just wearing a lifeguard shirt and red shorts. And, you know, for that reason, I think that this should either go in third or fourth tier.
I think we're going to have to put it in bottom tier. If I never saw it again, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate when like they just show up in like black leggings and then they buy like they have like that sweatshirt and it just says lifeguard on it and they're like, oh, I'm a lifeguard, and like you didn't even buy a whistle or anything to commit to like, oh, you're a lifeguard, you're just wearing a jacket because it says it. Like
it's lazy.
It pisses me off.
And that's the worst.
Exactly. So it's an easy way out.
Okay, right. Next we have cheerleaders.
I hate this.
I hate cheerleader costumes.
I hate this.
Explain.
Because, first of all, most of the people that are cheerleaders for Halloween are cheerleaders in real life and are just lazy.
Yep.
And just, like, you have no idea how many people I've seen just wear their cheerleading uniform to a Halloween party. Second of all, I have a vendetta against any athlete Halloween costumes because that's not a costume. It's lazy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You're not a mythical creature. You're an occupation. Like, what's fun about that? Something that literally, like, thousands of people do a year. You're just you're a high school athlete for Halloween, which you are.
Mm.
Okay.
It's not interesting. It's not clever. It's not cute, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree.
Boring.
Okay. I agree. We have
football
players up next.
Bottom tier. Bottom tier.
It's
This is
so
worse than-
overdone. This is such a middle school costume. I'm sorry. It's so boring.
I hate it.
It's so bad.
And I am a person that loves like going all out for Halloween. When I have friends where I'm like, oh, what are you gonna wear to like whatever Halloween party we're going to? Like, and they're like, I'm just gonna wear a big jersey and Nike Pros. I don't want to go with you anymore. Stay home. I wish there was a lower tier we could put this in.
We just delete the picture.
Okay, we have nerds up next. I don't like this costume at all.
Really? I like this costume.
I really don't. I mean, I think that it's just kind of like stupid. You're dressing up as like
okay.
like a dorky person. Like like I don't know. Like it
I
just
could see how this could be considered lazy.
It just seems like it seems too easy, and it seems like there's so many ideas for Halloween costumes, and the fact that you went with this just it doesn't sit right with me.
But I do think that it can be done well. I think it's possible to be done well.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think this could go in basic, but we'll let it slide.
Okay, I agree with
Yeah.
Like there are versions of the nerd costume that I think can really work for girls and guys. But most of the time, I think it misses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up next we have boxers.
Amazing.
I love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I think it's a good idea. I think that it's very like it's really hard to go wrong with this.
I just don't think it's top tier. It's definitely not top tier.
I think it's new. It's not overdone. It's cute. It's original. It's fun. Like you can do it with a lot of people and still look cute, or you can do it by yourself. Like it's obvious what you are. It requires effort. It's not lazy.
Yeah.
And like I just think this is in terms of, if you're a regular person and you don't like, go all out for Halloween, you go regular out. I think this is an top tier costume. I think it's really good. But if you think that it's out in the next year, then I'll accept that.
I think there's better costumes on this list. I just don't think it's top tier.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put it in tier 2. Is that good?
Yeah. I'm good with that. I do like the costume though. I do think it looks really good on everyone, and especially when they do like their makeup. It looks like they have like a black eye and stuff. Like that's cute.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Sun and Moon. I think this is top tier costume.
Really?
I think it's so cool. Are you kidding?
I think it's really cute.
It's original and it's fun, but like you can't really do that much with it. Like one person wears yellow and one person wears gray.
I think when it's done so well, and I think it's original, and I think it's pretty easy to tell what you are if you do it right. Like you can tell what they are.
Look at that girl on the right, the moon girl, right? Without the sun girl by her side, how would you possibly know that she's a moon? Like to me, that's not you can't really dress up as a concept. I think this is good. I think it's good. But I don't think it's top tier.
Okay. All right.
I could see that.
Genius.
Okay. We'll put it in second tier. If this was the Cat Trivia podcast, I would put it in top tier. But I have to listen to my co-host.
The council.
The council.
We have a hippie.
Hey yo, hippie check. I think it's a good concept, like a good concept for a costume, but I feel like it's never really done well.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
As a concept, it's cute, but it's never done right. It's always just a crop top, a headband, and some flary pants. That's not a costume. That's a cute fit.
Yeah.
No, but I don't think it's the same level as cheerleader and football player.
I think it's third tier.
No, it's not. It's definitely basic. But
let slide.
I think it's Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Like I don't care. I just don't want my friends to dress up in this costume because I will be embarrassed to take pictures with them.
If it was done by someone who is willing to commit to it, it would look really cool. But it never is.
Yeah, it never really looks good.
I've seen a few hippie costumes that I was like, wow, that's really outstanding. But for the most part, it's lame and it's lazy and it's just like a reason to wear a crop top and low-waisted pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Harley Quinn. I'm so torn. I don't know.
I gotta say it's bottom tier.
It was so cool in like 4 years ago.
Oh, and it's such a shame.
I know, because Harley Quinn is so cool, but like
Was-
people aren't doing her justice anymore. They really let her down.
It's been done countless times.
And it's not a classic like a vampire or a mummy or a zombie. It's just like, come on, like you couldn't think of anything better.
I think it's bottom tier.
I feel bad putting it there because like it really does have good intentions.
They're trying, you know?
It's not the costume's fault that the costume is bad.
It's the person's fault that's wearing it.
Society's fault that the costume.
We live in a society.
Next up, we have the plastics. Top tier.
Top tier! Top tier! This is an S tier costume.
Yes, agreed.
Yes, agree. I think
spectacular, outstanding.
I think it needs to go in the top tier. We don't have anything there yet, and I think this should be the first thing.
Yeah, I 100%.
It's so well done.
Yes.
It's classic, but just specific enough, and it's casual, but just creative enough. It's perfect.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, next we have witches. Can I say something about this?
Yes.
I really, really like this. I think that not enough people that are our age are witches, and that's why I think it should be S tier.
I agree. Like what looks like that, like they're all like wearing really cool like articles of clothing. Like they're not just wearing a simple black dress and a witch's hat. Like they actually put thought into what they're wearing.
Anyone dress up as a witch for Halloween? That's not like 8. Like when I was
I agree. But do you think that this is the plastics?
I think it's vampires.
Okay. All right.
It's a great costume. I wish more people did it. It can be done really well. And when it is done well, it's beautiful, but it's not the plastics.
Okay. This is the last one, guys. This is the Purge people.
Okay.
Y'all really gotta hate me for this one, but
if this was 2 years ago, this would have easily been an S tier costume. Top tier, beautiful. I love it. Spectacular. I do think it has been done to death.
Oh, it's literally been beaten to death, this costume, and I can't stand it anymore. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so torn because I think it's so cool.
I
really do.
Two costume.
I think it's a second tier costume. It's basic, but like it's just so well done. It requires a perfect amount of effort, you know, because you got to buy the mask, you got to buy like the bloody shirt. Like there's enough that needs to be done where it's not like something embarrassing. Yeah.
It's cute. People look good when they do this.
Yes.
They do.
It's really hard to look bad in this costume.
And you know what else I really like about this costume? I like the full face mask because it's like one of the things that I wish that more people had in their Halloween costumes. I wish that more people our age were scary. And I think that and a lot of people are concerned about looking good, and I'm not gonna lie, that's what I mostly base my Halloween costumes off of too. Like I want to look good in my Halloween costume. But I think that this costume is like the perfect amount of like the mask just adds like an element of like mystery that most costumes don't have. You know what? I'm kind of convincing myself to put this in S tier.
What? I don't believe it's S tier. I'm so sorry.
Steph, it's so well done. Like it's so hard to look bad in it.
But picture this. You're at a Halloween party, right?
Okay.
All the lights are off and everybody's dancing and whatever. And you're like looking around and a girl is wearing a light up Purge mask. Your eyes are going to go straight to her.
I agree.
Okay. But, okay, fine. We could put it in S tier, but I don't agree.
It's creepy and cute. It's perfect.
I'm going to have to go with Ava. She convinced me. I wasn't going to put it in S tier.
I convinced myself I wasn't going to put it in S tier.
I'm still not convinced, but it's okay.
So well done. And we don't have enough in S tier anyway. Yeah. All right.
I think it's beautiful. It's elegant. It's grown up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm still not happy, but it's whatever.
Should we
Well,
do
now
quick
we have our
review?
final list. We'll go through it again one last time. In the S tier, we have the plastics and we have the Purge people. After hours of debate, we have come up with this decision. All right, next up, we have oldie but a goodie. So this is the second tier. We have devil and angel. We have vampires. We have boxers, sun and moon, and witches. Next, we have basic but we'll let it slide. So we have the frat boys, we have space cowboys, we have nerd, and we have hippie. Lastly, never want to see it again. We have lifeguard, cheerleader, football player, and Harley Quinn.
Woo!
Yeah, take notes, guys. Take notes, girls, gays, they, thems, everyone. Don't wear these costumes or I'll cry.
I will
Alright.
cry. If you
Yeah, like it's
Harley Quinn, you're getting kicked out. Just
you're literally getting kicked out of my fudging house.
of my
So I think that's pretty much it for our podcast today. Does anyone else have anything to add while we're here?
Make sure if you're doing anything for Halloween, make sure you're safe. We're still in a pandemic, so if you're gonna do something, make sure you're smart and you're safe and you know who you're hanging out with, you know what you're eating, etc., etc.
That's a very good point, Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you. No problem. Just looking out for the loyal fans of TEF Talks.
gathering over 15 people.
Yeah. We don't want to see that because we'll get really upset.
So that's it for our podcast today. Make sure to subscribe to the Wessex Wire on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, all the socials. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Somebody high-fives me back. Somebody virtually high-fives me back.
Virtual high five.